Did you speak to Jacques when he picked Paige? Was you made to say anything to Jacques at the recoupling? Was there more with Jacques than what was shown? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm joined here with Cheyanne, and today we are going to be spilling the Love Island secrets for 2022. So me and Cheyanne have actually known each other now for about a year.
Yeah, we probably met just like after COVID.
Yeah, just after COVID. We met in Manchester last year, and we've just been in a friendship group since. Callum is also in the back, who's just he's just lying down in the back. You can't see him. It is boiling. We're filming this.
Where is it? 35 degrees.
We're filming this on the hottest day of the year, and we're in the car, so it is boiling. But we have got a list of questions that we're going to spill for Love Island this year. I actually did go to the villa myself to do promo, and then obviously Cheyanne went actually in the villa and was in Casa and Amor. So
both had an insight.
Exactly. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, please smash a huge thumbs up, and other than that, let's get started. Okay, so why did the recoupling take so long?
Obviously this was like the first recoupling that I'd done as well, so I remember everyone saying like get ready because it does take ages, and obviously you've got to do it in an order, so they might have like mixed up and everyone were like trying to, people would start laughing as well, so it's quite a serious time. So then obviously if someone's laughing, they've got to like redo it. I remember like when Laura Whitmore come in, all the lads were like, oh,
were they?
Yeah. Like, to be fair, she's unreal. Did you
I know,
like,
yeah, she's gorgeous.
She's literally like, she had like pink hair and stuff, and she just looked mint when she come in. So it was just stuff like that, and then everyone were just chatting and stuff, so it was like, we'd have to just do that again, and it just ended up taking 4 hours. I remember at one point, my legs were like crossed, and when I uncrossed them, like my leg just gave way.
Stop it.
Like it just, I nearly fell to the floor because I was just so used to like my legs being crossed, and then like when I moved them, my knees.
Is this when you were stood up?
Yeah. And then my heels are not even that high as well, but I was just stood there, and obviously because I'd been speaking to Jacques and stuff, he were last. They left him till last, and I just knew
so
when it were like, I was just like, oh my god, come on, I just needed it. And then obviously we were last, and I remember when we come out of Villa as well, first thing I wanted to know what time, and I was just like, what time is it? And they said it's 3:30 AM, and I was just like,
crazy.
Honestly, yeah, we'd obviously been out for like 4 hours, so
because they do the recoupling in Casa and Amor as well before.
Yeah, so they already knew like what the situation was, but all of them girls that I was stood with, like we didn't have a clue until they said it. And obviously they love it to tell people like what they were doing, but we just didn't know. We were just waiting. I
can't believe that it took that long.
It's so long.
Okay, so did you speak to Jacques when he picked Paige?
No, so after, obviously it was just a bit awkward afterwards. Jacques were kind of like, I didn't do it on a purpose, I'm not speaking to him.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like everyone had just come together, and then Jacques was stood at the other side at fire pit, and we were all just chatting, and yeah, so I just didn't end up saying bye.
Did you get long to say goodbye to everyone like once?
No, not really. Well, like, to be fair, because they said like, right, Islanders obviously leave now.
Yeah.
And then it was just awkward because we were waiting for someone to initiate that like first bit, so we were just all stood there, and then someone just moved, and then we all like said bye to everyone, and then yeah, we went, but we were only stood there like saying bye for like 5 minutes, if that.
Oh really?
Yeah, it wasn't
not long at all.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of you to say goodbye.
Yeah, so I did say bye to majority of people, but yeah, there were just a few people I didn't say bye to, not because I didn't want to, just because we didn't have time. It was just, yeah. Is
it true you only get 1 alcoholic drink a day?
Yeah, so the most we had were 2.
Yeah, I thought it was 2 that you were allowed.
Like I think every night we had 2 drinks, but yeah, it's like one a night.
But what drink is it?
So you get choice between red wine, white wine, rosé, or beer.
Oh, so I was drinking anything like vodka, just all that wine.
Yeah, I was just drinking wine on that recoupling night. We all like had us drinks, and then we said to go to fire pit, and I literally just like next me to
the whole drink.
Yeah.
I do the
and obviously
because
you're not drinking as well, when you do have a drink, I feel like it just goes straight to your head.
2 glasses of wine is quite a lot. Like I'd be a bit tipsy if I had 2 glasses of wine.
I think as well, obviously people are like, I wouldn't be able to flirt if I'd not had a drink, but obviously when you've not been drinking, and then like if you have a wine, it just gets you a bit like loose.
That's gonna get you a bit loose.
A bit loose.
Are there any speakers around the villa for the producers to give instructions? Because I've heard about the voice of God.
Yeah, there is. You used to make me laugh as well, because David is the only one that smokes, and he'd just be sat in like the garden area bit, and he'd just be speaking to air saying, can I have a cigarette now?
Is that what you say? Yeah. And then would they be like, yeah, you can go outside?
Yeah, so like obviously as well, when you go to the beach, or you don't just know that you need to go, like you can just go off your own back,
but they call you, don't they?
They call you, so yeah, you get called by when you want in like your drinks order on a night. If you're getting ready, it's like, so I'm gonna take your drinks order. It's like, Cheyanne, what do you want to drink? And you're just like, white wine.
Right. Oh my god, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
How many times a day did they call you to the beach up?
It's quite a lot, to be fair. I were in like 4 times a day sometimes, but I think it depends on what's going off. So obviously in the situation with me and Jacques, I felt like I was were going in a lot to like speak about that. But then I remember watching it back. I think I only got showed in Beach at once.
So you speak about loads of stuff.
Yeah, so you do. Yeah, you do like go in a lot, and I think sometimes it's like at least like you do one a day, like each person. Yeah. So yeah.
But when you're in the beach hut, is someone talking to you? Is in like there's an actual person in there, or is it a voice?
No, it's just a voice. So it's like
I thought this. Yeah, because someone come out and said there was a person there. I was thinking surely not.
It is like a speaker, and then you're speaking to someone, but it's just like a little camera.
Yeah, because I sat in there as well. It was just like one of the tiny little like white cameras.
Yeah, no. So, but it's like they're always like dead nice. It's just weird because I remember I once went in and there were just no one like saying out, and I was just sat there and I was going hello. So yeah.
God, I was literally went through. Are you dying? Was you made to say anything to Jacques at the recoupling?
Yeah, no, a lot of people has asked this. So because obviously last year the Lily situation, a lot of people think that what I said is very similar, and it probably was quite similar. And I remember being stood there thinking, no, like no one told me what to say. No one said that I needed to say anything.
I was going to say, did they say to you you're going to be able to speak? Because when I was watching it, I was thinking they're going to make us speak.
And obviously I didn't know either that what you were going to do, so they couldn't have, if they'd have told me beforehand, I'd have known what his decision was. But no, I remember standing there thinking like, if he obviously does like not pick me, then I do want to have my say, because I feel like I'd have just regretted it if I'd have not. I'm not one of these people that likes like confrontation and stuff, so I would never like do that in normal life, and that's why everyone were like, well, you're gonna cry, and I was like, no, I actually weren't gonna cry. I was just like so scared that I had to say something. And
obviously I think you were really respectful with what you said. I think it was nice.
Well, because like Laura, like that was the first time I've ever met Laura, so it was like nerve-wracking as well, and like all the islanders that were coupled up were just sat there, and then them two girls.
It's a lot.
And I was just like, I'm gonna say something, but I just didn't know what to say. I can remember after, like, I just couldn't even remember what I'd said.
Yeah.
Like I was wanting to watch it back to know where I'd said, but it just, I obviously said something similar to Lily last year, so everyone like it's scripted, but yeah, it's not.
Which girl were you most closest to in the villa?
I would probably say Coco I was closest to towards end, because she were in kind of a similar situation with me, with Andrew. So I remember at one point I was giving her like loads of advice, and I said to her, I'm giving you this advice, I need to take it myself. She was like the person who I spoke to a lot and stuff like towards the end, but I'm really close to like all the girls as well. We got along, so it was nice.
You only met them like 10-15 minutes before you go in, don't you?
Literally, like we all met in this like villa before, and then it was like, right, we're going in, so it was just it was good.
So is it staged in any sort of way?
No, like obviously when you do the recoupling, like you get told to stand in like a certain order, but I was trying to work it out, like when they told us to stand in a certain order, I was thinking, right, like does that mean like she's staying, I'm going, she's staying, I'm going?
Oh, got you.
But then I was like, it didn't even work out like that, because I was, if that was the way it had been, I was stood next to China, so she was being recoupled with Jay, so I was thinking then maybe I'm going, but then Jacques went next, so it's like it's not in a certain order for the way that they have like planned it and such. It's just like it's just that way because they've done it like that.
Was there more with Jacques than what was shown?
Obviously we did spend a lot of time together, and we had like a lot of conversations that wasn't aired because we knew of each other before, and like I know that Jacques is such a nice guy anyway. We're just so like comfortable with him. I think
I feel like seeing an old friend or something.
Yeah, like it didn't feel like I needed to get to know him. It was just sort of like we already knew each other, even though like I've known of him before. We've never met, we've just known each other through like Instagram and stuff. And I remember when we first walked into Villa, he said like, where are you all from then? And I said Barnsley, and he was like, well, I know where you're from. And I was like, but I didn't know that he were gonna like recognise me,
right? Okay.
Because I was thinking like he might not remember me from Instagram back then. But yeah, there were like obviously there were a load of like conversations that we had and stuff, and obviously I just think Jacques is such a nice guy, and
he seems lovely.
I don't obviously, I never envied his position. Like I said to him that I wouldn't like to be in your position. Like imagine that.
It's a hard position to be in.
Yeah, if you've like if you've met someone and then like you're already coupled up with someone that you like, it's either way. Like we obviously spent a few days together and stuff, and like he's then got to make that decision. Like I honestly,
and you're in such a bubble in there that you just don't know what to do or what to think.
Yeah, no. So that's why I think is just a nice guy.
So off the back of that, a lot of people say on TikTok about you knowing Andrew as well.
Yeah.
Did you know Andrew from
No.
Dubai?
So
he's liked all your pictures.
I know. I didn't even know that either, because when I'd seen that Andrew were going on Love Island, I went on obviously his Instagram and it just said follow back, and I'm like, what? And then I was looking through my Instagram to see if he'd liked any of my pictures, and I couldn't find one. And I thought he might have just followed me like recently and he's not liked any of my pictures. But then when I came out, he had like pictures. But I did have a conversation with him, and I mentioned to him that he followed me on Instagram, and he didn't know.
Oh, he didn't know? He didn't say anything?
No, so I was like, oh, you must have done it when you were drunk.
Everyone, like when you went in, was like, oh my god, like Cheyanne and Andrew are going to get together, because he knows us.
Andrew is such a nice guy as well. Like we like got along well, but I definitely didn't know him before. I think it were probably just like mutual people through Dubai, because we both lived in Dubai before. So yeah.
What time did you guys sleep and wake up?
Obviously you don't know at time. I think that's why you don't know at time, because it's so late when you actually go to bed. I remember when we come out of Villa, the night before we'd had such a long sleep, and I remember thinking, I feel like I've slept forever.
Oh, really?
And I asked them like what time we'd woke up, and they said we went to sleep about midnight and we woke up at 12, 11
Oh my gosh,
o'clock.
they'd let you sleep for like
so we had like a
long.
full like 12-hour sleep. I remember trying to work it out from when sun had set.
Yeah.
So obviously when you come out and you're ready, it's pitch black, so that
Yeah.
must be after like 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because sun sets at like 9:30, 10, and then obviously you've got to get ready. Well, when you've been getting ready, it's pitch black then, and then when you come downstairs, you're outside for like a few hours. So
how long did you get to get ready?
sometimes it were an hour, sometimes it were 2. And
That stressed me out.
yeah, no.
That'd really stress me out.
Well, do you think that's a lot of time, or
Not a lot at all. Yeah, because I remember when I went in, I looked at the size of the dressing room and thought to myself, God, it's actually not as big as I thought it was going to be.
no?
For that many girls to get ready.
Yeah, no, it's literally, I remember trying to find room for my clothes. So we just, because obviously it's Casa Amor and you're like, it only lasts like a few days, you basically just get all like your essential outfits for that few days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like, and then
Okay.
your case goes. And I remember thinking like, where the hell am I going to put all my clothes? And I looked into like in all wardrobes, and even all the girls had obviously gone to the other
Yeah.
villa, and they'd all took the majority of their stuff. But I remember putting all my dresses and outfits in one of the wardrobes. I literally had to slam it shut,
'Cause
and
there
then
was so
like
much
when it
in
had
there.
opened, like everything had just fall out. Like there's hardly any room for any.
I was
so.
going to say, because when I was there, I was looking around, I was thinking, there's not a lot of room
No.
here for, like, for
And
girls
dressing
to put their
tables as
stuff.
well, like there's not.
Yeah, they're not that big.
No, literally. It can easily get like muddled up as well. It made me laugh actually, because when I'd left the villa and I was watching it, Coco had got my top on, and I was thinking, I've left my top. Like
She's
she's
wearing
got
it.
it on.
Why do you guys wear sunglasses when you wake up?
I think it's just like, I mean, it is very bright when that light comes on.
Yeah, because the lights on the ceilings and stuff, don't they just like blare on?
Yeah, and do you know what I didn't realise as well? Do you know when everyone goes to sleep and they turn the lights off? I
Yeah.
thought that were pitch black.
Is it not?
No, like you can literally get up and see everything in room, like you can see everyone's bed. Because I
Stop
always
it,
used to
I
think,
thought it was
how
pitch
do
black.
people know, like when other people's like doing stuff, how do people know if it's pitch black?
Yeah.
You won't be able to see. But there's like a tiny light. I know that this is a new villa this year, but I don't know if it's been the same previous years, but it's like there's a tiny light in the ceiling that makes it just a little bit light.
So you can
because obviously when you get up at night and you need toilet or whatever, then you need to see where you're going. So but yeah, so then when the light comes on in the morning, it's just so bright. I would just put my glasses on because I didn't want anyone to see my face.
I was going to say, I feel like that's why I'd do it as well, just because I look awful in the morning.
That's why I picked like the biggest one, so it like covered up all my eyes.
Okay, what were your initial feelings when Jacques picked a stick page?
When we did get that text and they were recoupling, I could tell that Jacques were like really stressed because he'd got something good with Paige, and then we'd like been speaking and stuff.
And didn't really know what to
So
do.
I knew that to be in his shoes, like it was just
A
weird. I
lot.
think obviously because we'd spent a lot of time together in them last few days, as soon as he said it, I just thought, oh, that's it now, it's just done and it's over. And then
Did you have an inkling that he was going to stick with Paige?
I don't know, like all the girls were like saying to me like, what are you thinking? And I just didn't know, because I knew obviously he was so stressed about it. I didn't know if he was so stressed because one way or the other way.
Got you.
So I literally did not know. I couldn't have like said until that recoupling, until he literally said I'm gonna stick. I obviously were like gutted, but like I say, there's no hard feelings. So
Yeah.
I know it were an hard decision. So
If it wasn't Jacques, who would you gone for?
probably Andrew, because
I reckon Andrew. I think he seems really nice.
yeah, no, he's so nice. I had a few conversations with Andrew actually.
I was going to say, did you
Yeah.
have any chats with Andrew?
I had, I think Andrew was like the first boy that I pulled like to speak to as well, and obviously like we had a lot in common because we both lived in Dubai.
Yeah.
He's quite tall as well, I just think he's so much better looking in person as well.
I feel like everyone is. I feel like every time they look better looking in person than on
and
TV.
I think Andrew's like, because his hair's grown a little bit.
Oh, has it?
I prefer his hair like when he's not had an haircut, because when he first went in his hair were really short on sides, but now it's grown.
Yeah.
I just think he's so
You
much
liked
better
it.
looking in person. Yeah, so probably Andrew.
Okay, random last question just because I'm curious. Food and like meal times and stuff, how does this work? Because we never see anybody
I know,
eating,
eating
really.
no, yeah. You do make your own breakfast, so when you get up in the morning, everyone makes their own breakfast. But then, like, midday, you do have lunchtime, so obviously that's not filmed, and like, boys have their own table and girls have their
I was
own
going to say,
table.
don't they bring over tables or something?
And then it's literally like, I said it's like being in school, because you get a plate and you're all like queuing up at like that table in
Like
the
a
kitchen.
buffet sort of thing.
Yeah, and it's like silver trays that come in and they've got
you.
like food and everything. So then we'd all be like queuing up, but you're not allowed to speak to each other. Like girls are not allowed to speak to boys unless it's just something to do with like food or whatever, because obviously
they don't want to miss any of the conversation and stuff. And
then it's just like basic stuff like rice. It's just to like cater for everyone.
I was gonna say, what sort of food is it?
I remember at first one of the days we got potato wedges and everyone was buzzing.
Because you got potato wedges.
So, but yeah, and then it's same for like the evening time as well. So like just before it sunsets, that's why we try to like work out time of like when you're having like evening meal. And then so you all just get your own bits and then sit separate.
That's so interesting because they never show that, and I've heard people come out and say that, like, oh yeah, they bring up tables and stuff. Yeah,
literally. I remember Jay and Davide were always one that like set up tables and stuff because obviously they're gym freaks.
Oh, what, did they bring the tables in? You guys had to set them up?
Yeah, with like there's like these tables that we just set up and like the chairs and everything. We all like wash his own like plates and everything as well. Yeah,
really?
I know someone else was like dead shocked about that, but yeah,
because I thought a cleaner came in and would probably do it.
But when we're getting ready, I think there is someone that like goes around the villa in the garden area and like
sorts it all out.
Yeah, so it's always like tidy for that time. But yeah,
that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please smash a huge thumbs up. I will leave Cheyanne's Instagram on screen so you guys can go and check her out. And other than that, I was oh my god, that nearly went everywhere.
White trousers too.
Yeah, literally, I've got no knickers on either.
Right.
I know. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you very soon for a brand new video. Mwah. Bye.